escape. Back to here. Do this. It should work. All right, now it is connected. All right, I might have to run back and forth. No, not really. Maybe I do. Ruby, would you just hit advance or hit the space bar on my computer? I think that might work. All right. AI can help. That's okay. Everybody, give it up for my new clicker back here. Give it up for Ruby.
Go Ruby.
All right, AI can help you become better at fill in the blank. Click. And today we're going to talk to you about how AI can help you become a better social media marketer. Click. Now the disclaimer I have to give, click, is that we are not strategic communications. I'm not representing UCI as a university. Laura Rico runs their social media. She does a great job. You should all be following them and follow us. But we're here to share from the Entrepreneur Center point of view what we're up to, what we're doing, and a really cool partnership with Giving Day and Advancement. Now, with that being said, click. I want to introduce James Yokel. Everybody say Yokel.
Yokel.
James Yokel, come on up here. He's our sponsor. He's going to share a few of these initial words. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. I hope the people on Zoom can hear me. I'm James Yokel. I'm the Senior Director of Annual Giving for UC Irvine, and I am the lucky soul who gets to be in the middle of the blissful chaos that is UCI Giving Day. So for the uninitiated, Giving Day is an annual day of global philanthropy for the university, where Anteater alumni, parents, faculty, staff, students, community supporters come together and support the programs and initiatives across UC Irvine that are meaningful to them. We have a lot of students in the room today, so raise your hand if you are familiar with the Brilliant Future campaign. That's exciting.
Camera 4, ask him it again, James.
Yeah. Which of our students here, raise your hand if you're familiar with the Brilliant Future campaign?
I'd like to point out, not many hands are up.
No.
Okay, let's go back to camera 1.
The campaign for the university is a $2 billion campaign, which is really meant to expand the resources that we have for scholarship support, enriching the student life here at UCI, expanding the endowments that we have for research, for our UCI health enterprise so that we can improve patient outcomes. Really every aspect that you see as you walk across Ring Road, as you go to the health center or to the student center, everything is touched by the campaign. And Giving Day, I think, is an annual day that really kind of embodies what the campaign is all about, which is connecting our community with the programs that are meaningful to them. So Giving Day is something where upwards of 150 departments on campus kind of talk about what they're doing, what they're accomplishing, how they're having an impact so that our students, our alumni can support. So of course, all of our schools participate. Athletics raises a ton of money. The UCI health system raises a lot of money, but we also see some meaningful support for the LGBT Resource Center, for the Study Abroad Center, for the Basic Needs Center, Campus-Wide Honors Collegium. And so all of these really important and meaningful programs across UCI, this is a day for them to really market themselves and to really encourage a large group of supporters to come in. So we're really excited about Giving Day. This is our 8th annual Giving Day. Since its inception in 2017, we've had more than 20,000 gifts and raised more than $12 million. And so last year we had over 3,600 donors. We raised over $2 million. We're certainly hoping to go above and beyond that this year. And for my colleagues in University Advancement and Alumni Relations that are on Zoom with us, and for those that are in the room, the reason we have so many students with us today is part of the success we experienced last year was through our micro internship program, where we paired students and young alumni with departments across UCI to help kind of leverage social media content creation, general content creation, posting and amplification of your programs and priorities. We're bringing that program back this year. All of the students here and beyond are going to be trained on some of the generative AI techniques and tools that Ryan's going to cover today as part of our micro internship program this year. So Ryan will talk about that in a little bit, but I'm just so grateful for those of you here today. Enjoy lunch. For those of you that are joining on Zoom, come back on March 6th for our second social media lunch, which will really kind of like dive into the weeds on how we can leverage what we're talking about today in the 3 to 4 weeks leading up to Giving Day. So back to Ryan.
Games is truly a collaborative beast, and you have to do that to work on this campus that large. Part of the reason we're excited about bringing students into the mix is so that you understand why we're asking for money in the first place. And I know you pay tuition and it is expensive, but this is a huge institution to put together. So the more that we look at things in a philanthropic light of it's not that we're asking for your money, we're having you help to share why the programs that you're excited about on campus need funding. And all of the resources like the Writing Center, like the Entrepreneur Center, all these places. So we want you to buy into the idea of why you would give back. And we want to share with you, leading by example, what it looks like to make sure that we're making sure that UCI is sustainable. All right. I think now if you share the screen on Zoom, actually just push, actually, no, do the black and on, black on. All right, good. Give it up for Ruby. She's not only my clicker, she learned how to real-time switcher here. All right. Thank you, James. Click, please. Doesn't have the range. Now, first, I want to share with you the Entrepreneur Center. How many people is their first time here? Raise your hand real quick. Awesome. If you want to start a business or start a side hustle or make t-shirts or do something, learn those skills, we're here for you. Now, we are part of the Division of Undergraduate Education. So we're not part of the business school. So we are just like the Writing Center, the Tutoring Center. We're here for all undergrads. Click, please. And to understand our mission vision is to be the center point where students start their journey. And if we can help you get to the next few steps and then send you off to more resources, help you with a mentor, things like that, that's great. But we're a great place to start. We focus on education through programs like our Y Combinator class this quarter, which is really exciting, to engagement like this, for example, and then our ecosystem, which includes micro internships and getting connected with the community. Click. So we do a lot of things. This is a stick figure representation from micro internships, as I mentioned, to the hub, to one-on-one consulting, to community building. And so there's a lot of exciting activities here. And really, this can be an epicenter of innovation to help support all the other places on campus and a place to practice. Click. All right. Social media is a tool, not a solution. Click. AI is a tool, not a solution. Click. And social media success depends on the relationships. Look to the person to the left or right of you. These people will help you in your journey because no one can do it alone. So hopefully that's a little bit less intimidating. Click. We're going to help you create a basic treasure map. Now, this means that you can make it how you want it, but there are always obstacles and tricks and traps when you're trying to find the treasure. So knowing that you might not get it the first time, part of this workshop is to inspire you to start to try. Click. Now, let me ask you a question. You got it, Ruby. Feel the vibe. Click when you're ready. When was the last time you danced? Who danced today? Okay, who danced this week? Okay, who danced this month? Who danced in the last 6 months? Who cannot remember the last time they danced? Okay. Click. Next question. I want to tell you a story. Click. So I was, no, go back. Okay, right there. So I was in Ghana speaking at a Ghana Tech Summit. It was an awesome event, got to travel, got to meet a lot of amazing people. Click. And I went to this event and they had this crazy band that was playing all kinds of music. And I was so enthralled, I drew myself to the area, just innocently standing by. My speaking spot was a little bit later. And the next thing you know, somebody looked at me, a dancer, went like this. And I was like, oh, no, you must be talking to somebody else. And then literally somebody pushed me forward. Click. Here I am in Ghana. Well, one more click. That was me and after the fact. So I get pulled out of this dance floor and somebody videotapes me and I don't know what they're doing. He's just like running around. He's like, just follow me. Just follow me. So I'm running around, all this Congo music and crazy stuff happening. Click. I get tired and I don't know what's happening. He goes in for the grand finale. Go back, please. Grand finale where he is literally like doing the stomping thing. And at the end, I think I'm done. And he does a somersault. And I'm like, yeah. And then he goes, no, you down on your knee. Do the somersault. And I went like this, and I did the somersault, and I was like, and everybody was crazy and clapped, and then I left and did my speech, and a lot of people noticed me as that guy who got pulled onto the dance floor, just created this like kind of crazy energy. Now, click, why am I telling you this story? It's because, believe it or not, click, dancing is a lot like using AI. I want you to think about that. When was the last time has anybody used AI in the last day? Today, actually? Anybody use AI in the last week? How many people can't remember the last time they used AI? Okay, similar spread, but you're using AI, but maybe you're afraid to dance. So we can inspire you to dance more, if anything. Click, please. We got some chat in there today. Great. Now, let's face it. Dancing is scary, legitimately. Dancing, you actually need moves. Otherwise, you default to like that kind of a thing, right? Maybe the washing machine. Remember the what? Yeah, get that. No, yeah, no, that could be a lot more. I'm more of a weed whacker, though, right? Little sprinkler, right? So there's moves that you actually can learn, and it takes more than one. And I'd like to think of anything more than one as a team. Click. Today, we're going to talk about these analogies to make sure that you understand AI is scary. It's very intimidating. And you know what? You actually need moves, but they're called prompts. And it takes a team. It takes more than, actually, is it truly a dance floor if it's just one person? No, right? Can you use AI like just as yourself and no AI? No, it takes two. Click. So I have a very special guest speaker here with me, and I want us to think about our dance moves and our prompt engineering moves as one and the same today. Please welcome our friend here at the center, Angie Delphin. Give her a round of applause. Is your microphone on?
I think so.
Okay. Well, I'm Ryan. I'm a speaker. I'm an author. I'm a proud ginger. That's right. Ginger, freckles, light skin. Any ginger in the house? Just like my middle school, which I got bullied out of. Yeah. So I reclaimed my gingerness as like part of my core identity, in addition to being the director of the Entrepreneur Center. Now, Angie, introduce yourself.
Hey guys, I am Angie. The three things you might know me for are I'm a social media marketer. I do social media here at the center and I love it. I'm also a business administration student here, second year, and I love helping people.
Give her a round of applause. What we're going to be talking about today are things that we are doing at the center. No, these are not hypotheticals. These are things that we have in practice. So we're going to share with you how to become a better dancer, AIer, and we're going to give you some real examples and hopefully help you get out onto the dance floor. Click, please. Now, how good of a dancer are you? This is a question between 0 and 10, safe space, totally honest. And in the chat, I want you to drop this as well. Think about your dancing skills from 0 to 10. And I want you to say it out loud on the count of 3. So if you're trying to eat and get out of this, too bad. Say it with your mouth full. There's protection with everybody together. Think of the number 0 to 10, your dance skills. On the count of 3, say it out loud. 1, 2, 3.
3.
We got like 3, 5. Okay. No 10s, but that's all right. All right, click. How good of a prompt engineer are you? A prompt engineer just means feeding conversational prompts to the AI. On a scale of 0 to 10, say it out loud and proud. Even outside, I want to hear you. Down to the hallway on Zoom, get ready. 1, 2, 3, go.
8.
8, 6, 9, not a 3 or a 5. So if you look at what we're going to talk about today, it's not only going to help your AI skills, but you'll hopefully become a better dancer, and that makes the whole world a better place. Let's go to click, please. All right. So how good you are, that is your experience. So if I asked you, what is your experience level as a dancer? I'm a 3. What is your experience level as a prompt engineer? An 8. Click. But let's talk about experience. Experience is what you get just after you need it. So you physically can't get experience unless something has happened that you actually learn. And usually learning means that it didn't go very well. Click. The magic thing about AI is that it uses experience to learn. You may have heard of a large language model or these different trainings. It's just getting its experience to get really good at guessing the next word and the next word. Everybody say the next word after I stop. The dog barked, walked, went. Probably a higher percentage bark or walk rather than something else. You have a large language model just guessing the word. Now watch this. The dog walked. Give me another word. Oh, there's just one word. But she was like, I got it. To the park. That's where he's going. You're already a general trained, pre-trained transformer right there. The cool thing is that it's set on natural language, which means we didn't speak in code right there, did we? It's just natural language. So sorry, coders, but everyone who can communicate now is after you, okay? Click, please. Very high level. OpenAI. Investors like Sam Altman and Elon Musk, they put in a whole bunch of money to start a company to serve the good of humanity. Then they couldn't raise enough money as a feel-good company, so they gave a limit of 100 times your investment in a separate for-profit company operated and overviewed by the nonprofit company. And Microsoft said, I like it. I'll give you $11 billion for 49%. That gave them the money to fund the research. And after about 5 or 6 years, they released a Chat GPT. Who knows what GPT stands for? I already said it. Yes. You get a book if you answer it. You can do, yeah, you should be resourceful. These are students. Part of my pitch to like the adults here in the room who run programs is that students, if they don't know the answers, they will find out, which is, wait, so people can hear you.
Okay, I just Googled it. GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer.
Excellent. Give him a round of applause. You just got a book. Good
Thank you.
job. You see what happened there? You didn't know the answer, and then you Googled it. This is not a microphone. But you could have used ChatGPT to ask it. So we Google stuff now for knowledge, and AI is just a different level because it understands the internet, plus it can read it. So you have ChatGPT 3, and then 3.5, and then 4 came out, and is the current. Sam Altman was talking in Davos about what 5 will have, and it's going to continue to grow. It's multimodal. You can speak to it. You can send it a recording. You can give it an image. You can type to it. And it gives you back images, and it gets you back text. And you can work with it like working with a real person. So you can use it on an app, Click, or a web browser. And I use both of them. You actually can just talk into the app. You can type into the app. And in the browser, it has the ability to share these threads and all kinds of stuff. So you can figure this out, but I just want you to know today we're going to focus on ChatGPT because it is the most powerful. Now you have Bing, which is incorporated. Guess what? That's owned by Microsoft. You have a company named Anthropic who has Claude, if you know about Claude. And does anybody play with Zork? Is it Zork? Elon Musk's AI platform with X. Grok. Check out Grok. It's an AI large language model that's kind of sarcastic and likes to poke fun at everybody. There's a model for everyone, okay? Click. So today, I want to share with you a few fundamental facts that you're going to have to deal with. And then Angie and I are going to help you understand how we do this, and we're going to do some live demos. Now, who plays a certain sport in here? Any athletics or sporters? Sporters, that's not a word. Who plays sports? Has the world gone mad? Do we not play sports anymore? Yes, sir. Or play an instrument, or what? Football game, all right? Who likes to play football? You and me, bro. Okay.
Watch it.
Yeah, they're all outside. Okay, good. The first time you played football, how good were you? No, liar. The first time that, I don't know if she's answering this. The first time you played football, you were terrible. But then over time and practice, you actually got better, right? So the longer amount of time that you play or involve yourself with football, the better you get to it, right? This is the graph that is here. So over time, you'll get better. But the reality is that it takes time to learn that. So when I started playing with ChatGPT to build articles, it would take me almost an hour and a half sometimes to really get it down to where I want. I've got it now down to like less than 10 minutes. But that's because I've spent hours and hours and hours practicing. So don't expect to just get it. But if you're a micro intern, this gives you a chance to play with it, look it up, get it, and actually start to use it. Slide, please. It will save you time, but not upfront, right? Because you're learning this. So many people, they get all excited about the hype that they hear, and then they go into it and they get confused, and it takes them longer than they could have just done it. And then they go back to doing it the way that it was, which is not very efficient. Click. Dancing is scary. Dancing, you need the moves, and dancing, it takes two. With AI, instead of thinking of this as scary, I want you to think of it as how you can actually have fun, legitimate fun. Instead of worrying about the moves that you need to make, find mentors or find people who can teach you the dance moves. And then teamwork is all about not just being yourself as a team. And for Giving Day, guess what? It's a whole set of responsibilities popped on us that we have to do on top of our regular jobs, and we might not have a student full-time to help support. So as a micro intern for 25 hours, you can help augment that. That's the teamwork we're talking about. Click. So again, it's not scary, it's click fun. Click. I like this audio, this remote. It's fun to dance with AI. So that's what we're going to do now. You all ready? It's like my writing instructor. The first time she asked, I'm like, is everybody ready? I don't believe you. Who wants to know? We had 117 RSVPs for this. Obviously, we want to know. She's ready. All right. Finish the sentence. I am ready to. Yes. Yeah. All right. Give her a round of applause. She's got it. You know what? And that's because we're training this algorithm as it goes. So dance is the top of your mind because it's new information. So that models are learning, you're learning. This is why AI can help augment and just really help us to become more human. Perfect. She gets a book. She gets a book. She gets a book. I love it. Good. Give her a round of applause. This is good. So we're going to talk about 3 head starts. Because Angie and I were just talking, at the end of the day, what does it do? It gives you a head start. It's not a full solution. It's not going to do it for you. It gets you going faster. And now you can invest that time into your core authentic voice, into what actually the story is that you're sharing with the student, about the real time working with individuals and humans to pull out this content and then help to synthesize it through AI. Image creation is probably the coolest and most fun. How many people have used AI to generate some sort of artwork? Raise your hand. Okay. How many people have not? Raise your hand. Awesome. Okay. Click. And then if you want to get your laptop ready, or actually before that, so Angie's going to share some of how we're using images in our social media creation. And we have a few slides up here that we'll share. And, you know, if you can just share with us some of your experience with it, and then we're going to do some examples. So give it up for Angie here, president of the Toastmasters, which meets here every Tuesday at 12. All right, Angie.
Yeah, so I've been the social media coordinator here at the center for almost a year now. And some things I've learned is things take time. One thing that sucks up most of my time is taking pictures at events and trying to graphic design an image for an event. But ChatGPT is a game changer for this. Whenever I'm in a crunch or if I really want a fun, graphically designed image, I can go into ChatGPT, give them a prompt for what I want, and it generates an image that I really like. So here are some examples. Actually, for today, our social media lunch, I asked it to create an image for me with a college student who has a phone and they're doing really techie things, and it generated this for me. And there's so many examples. Steph generated this for our micro internships, and there's just so much. And so it's a really awesome tool that saves me a lot of time when I don't necessarily have time to go into Canva and spend an hour trying to perfectly curate an image.
Click. All right, this is one little example, and then if you want to set up for your demo, maybe we can have the computer be on that chair so you're comfortable. All right, I literally said, make me an image hyper-realistic of an audience watching a presenter who is presenting in front of a big screen with a stick figure inspired by the attached, and I attached that image. And I asked for it in 16:9 format, and these are the 2 options, and I kind of like that one. So there's somebody dancing as a stick figure with somebody speaking with a whole bunch of people, and it's kind of hyper realistic. Just an example. So Angie, share your screen, and then let's get some prompts from the audience, and let's come up with a couple images and show how easy this is. Okay. All right, so
give me one
you should share, and it should overshare my share.
Stop this share.
And then Ruby, if you put the camera over on her. There you go. Give it up for Ruby. Look at her. She's switching all over the place here. All right, so move the camera 1 to zoom in on Angie. Keep it at 3 first. Keep it at, oh, there you go. You're fine.
Technical difficulty.
Okay, now press black on. Boom. All right. But you are sharing.
It says I'm sharing.
Will you stop the share screen on there, Ruby? Okay,
Awesome.
that was pretty good from all this tech doing. Give them a round of applause again. What the tech? We got it. All right, Angie. And then let's have them, like,
Yeah.
let's put them in the driver's seat here.
Let's do it, guys. Okay, so say we want to generate a
First, orient them to what they see here.
Oh, yeah, totally. Okay, so this is Dolly. This is part of ChatGPT 4, and it's a tool you can use to generate any image you want. Just like how you would go to a graphic designer and say, hey, I want you to design this picture of a dog holding an umbrella standing over the ocean, and that graphic designer could design it for you. You can prompt GPT-4 Dolly to do the same things, and the possibilities are endless. So let's have fun with this. What should we create?
Well, what do we
Some
want to
idea.
create? What are we inspired to create?
Anything.
Let's get a few things, and I'll share. Part of this is like contextual. What is
Yeah.
it going to be? Do you want it to be cartoony? Do you want it to be hyper realistic? Do you want it to be photo quality? Do you want it to be?
Anteater.
All right, we got an anteater image. Okay, so we're gonna do
Anteater.
something around an anteater. What else? Let's ChatGPT Plus.
An anteater in a classroom. Somebody said alligator.
Okay, so how about a
Anteater
how about
eating
a
an
fight
alligator.
between an anteater and an alligator?
Okay. All right.
Okay, what scene? Where are they fighting? In a cafeteria. All right, so watch what Angie's doing here. Create, do we want it to be hyper realistic or cartoony? All right, an image, a cartoon image, or no, not hyper realistic. They want a cartoony.
Okay.
Oh, Pixar. Let's go with Taylor. Let's do it. Pixar. Create a Pixar themed cafeteria.
Themed cafeteria.
Yes. That are in a fight, a dispute over what type of product. Yeah, what kind of food? Pudding. All right. Create a Pixar themed cafeteria with an anteater and an alligator fighting over a cup of pudding. Now, hold on. Before you hit enter, what size do we want this? Do we want a 1x1 for Instagram? Do we want a 2x1? What do we want? 2x1. Okay, she likes 2x1. 2x1 is better on X and on Facebook, and it still works on Instagram. 2x1 ratio. And actually, would you add chocolate pudding, please? Because Che wants chocolate pudding.
Yeah, that's important.
Any other additions here? Oh, and there's a whole bunch of UCI student spectators who are cats and dogs. Okay.
With a bunch of cats and dogs.
No, wait. With cats and dogs watching.
The fight.
Disclaimer, ChatGPT doesn't really know how to make an anteater, so we're just gonna.
Yeah, and also I'd like to show the disclaimer here, which says ChatGPT can make mistakes. Consider checking important information.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right.
All right, hit enter. We ready?
Ready? Go.
Now, if you wanted to use space, if you like space, just like in Discord, once you hit enter, you're gone. But you can press Shift Enter if you want to organize. Also, you can actually build this out in like a note form and then paste it. You can also use ChatGPT to feed that prompt to see if it can help to make a better prompt, right? It might find more things to pull off of. You see this little spindle? Okay, here it is. All right, we got two. Let's click on one.
Okay. Ooh.
Ah! Okay. Okay. Let's go. Let's look at the other one.
Ooh, see that anteater.
Okay, it's kind of creepy, but it's kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
Now we can now add or subtract to it. So let's maybe change the scene. What scene is this now?
Rose field.
A rose field, a field of roses, maybe lavender roses. I was in France, so I see these lavender in my head, but that's hard to spell. So Angie, whatever you want. Change them to being in a rose field. Meadow.
Meadow.
Yep, meadow. And now they are best friends sharing chocolate pudding.
Sorry, guys.
And watch this. What we're going to do is we're going to help it become a better anteater creator. So when you're done with that, Angie, before you hit enter, put a period and say, use your web browsing ability to research the UCI anteater mascot for inspiration. Then it's going to go, doot, 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 get information, come back, and we'll see how that inspires it. And I'm just telling you, like, use your web browsing ability. If I were to say, go on Google and find that out. All right, hit enter. Let's see. I'm able to browse the data. Okay, so through DALL-E, that didn't work, but in ChatGPT, it could. So say it's okay. Actually, can you download a photo of the anteater real quick?
Yes.
So just go to Google and do UCI anteater, and we'll download it and we'll upload it as an image to help pull some inspiration. Okay, she's doing that on a different window.
Which one do we want?
It doesn't matter. You choose one. We don't see it, so
Oh, you don't see it.
no.
Well, these aren't real anteaters.
That's fine. Just grab one. This is just for fun.
Okay.
Download it, and then we'll go back to here, and you just click this little attachment, and it can be inspired by it. Now, another idea is that if you have a logo that or if you have something that you've created, you can actually upload that logo and say, can you do this in a theme of space shuttles? And it'll take it and it'll do it. It's getting better at spelling. It's not the best at spelling, but if you create the images and then you put the text over top.
Okay.
All right, so click, and we're going to open this.
Let's
Oh,
get them.
we don't see it, but Angie is. Yes.
Can you make a disclaimer about ChatGPT and for spelling words correctly?
Yes, I just mentioned that. So ChatGPT is getting better each day. It's learning. But if you take an image that has text and say, redesign this image, it might misspell some of the things, right? It used to have like hard time with fingers, but now it's really good with fingers. You'd end up with minus fingers or things like that. All right, use this image for the anteater. All right, hit enter and let's do this. So there's so many ways you can play around with this. Now, this is ChatGPT 4. This is the paid version. This is $20 a month. We have one as the Entrepreneur Center. I have one personally. Now, this is something that is an investment, but you probably spend $20 a month on your voicemail, okay? Nobody calls and leaves messages, but they do use AI. We're juggling. Do we pay $20 a month for, yeah, all right. All right,
She's loading.
it's loading. It's thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I can use this image reference created. Let's create a new scene in a meadow. Great. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Cup of chocolate
How do
pudding.
we like this so far? We like this? Seems pretty easy, right? It's kind of fun. All right, it's creating the image. The spinning wheel of death. Don't look at it. Don't look at it because it takes longer.
Yeah.
A watched pot never boils. A DALL-E image never, a watched DALL-E image ever.
Yeah.
Just trying to stall here.
This is all about becoming a better prompt engineer. We're talking about what scale would you rate yourself as a dancer? What scale would you rate yourself as a prompt engineer?
Okay, look. Oh, so don't zoom in. Just click on one. Click on one.
This is cute.
Just click on one. It pulls it up. Oh, look, it's cute, right?
Baby.
Oh. Oh, okay, but watch, look here. You kind of has a C, but like, I don't know, there's a little something funky going on there. Okay, so there we go. Now, a disclaimer, this is not an official anteater per UCI guidelines, and you have to be careful if you're trying to print this on any swag, or if you're trying to do this on any commercialized. Stratcom has merged with the trademark office in order to help make sure we're compliant, because the most valuable thing we have is our UCI brand.
Mhm.
And so this is not a matter of continuously reinventing Peter. No, we have Peter, but we can do AI inspired and we can disclose that, or this can be fun. You're just not going to print a t-shirt with this because that would be a violation of the trademark. I'm just making sure all of our Stratcom folks hear this. This is good.
Okay.
All right.
Stop share screen now.
Yep. So any other questions or any other, like, is anybody else pressed to find another example? Oh, no. All right. So Ruby, no, you need to share the screen of the PowerPoint. So go to the PowerPoint. Everybody go, Ruby, 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 Ruby. Nice.
go.
Give her a round of applause. All right. And then Ruby, if I could get it, ¿Cómo se dice click en español? Click. I'm practicing my Spanish always. Demo time. That was kind of anticlimactic. Let's go with it. Let's go with another click, please. Click. Okay. To get a head start on social copy. This is actually fun because we're not saying replace it. We're saying get a head start with it. Angie, tell me about your problems and the pain of creating something from scratch instead of having something that you can be inspired by.
Yeah, with all the events going on in the Entrepreneur Center and the outside requests, it can get pretty overwhelming really fast for me to have to do social copy for tons and tons and tons of things. But with ChatGPT, I can go in there and say, we have this event,
Like-
this time, this date. please create social copy for this flyer or for this newsletter or for this Instagram caption. Then it will curate a prompt, a text social copy for me, and I could tweak it and edit it to my liking. That's so much faster than me having to go in and write things for every single event. So here's some examples. We recently just posted a reel for our Pilates class for Wellness Wednesdays that we recently started doing, and we talked about the benefits of doing Pilates. Now, am I an expert in Pilates? No, I'm not. But what I am is a prompt engineer with ChatGPT. So I asked ChatGPT, please give me 5 reasons why you should do Pilates. And it gave me this list. I then used that, tweaked it a little bit, gave it our Entrepreneur Center flair, and pasted them into our reel. That saves me so much more time than having to go in, research, or hire on an expert in Pilates to write this for me.
Here, wait for a second. Stop. I feel like my mom. She goes like this. She just it's like if you hit it hard, it's gonna actually work. No. So I want to share here. We can, Ruby, see if you can zoom in on here. I don't know why the volume isn't working. I think it's because my Bluetooth is connected to. Ruby, on the first shelf, there's the Bluetooth. Pull out the drawer.
I can.
Or on the bottom, there's a Bluetooth thing that you can turn it off. Let's look at the team swarm. This is all how we're doing. This is tech. This is experience. All right, excellent. So this is. It'll start again.
You don't see your hand.
Okay. Outside mic. Here, zoom in on this. Five. Yeah. This is the 5 reasons that you should come to Pilates at 1 o'clock, because it starts right after this, by the way. Are you inspired? This is a reel that is using ChatGPT to help. I mean, she could have come up with 5, but it's a lot quicker. All right. Well, on Wellness Wednesdays, every Wednesday, 12:01 p.m., come join us.
They can't hear
All right.
outside.
If you're running blood, that's cool. That's an example. That's something to focus on. All right. Let's go one more click, please.
Hey, Ryan, our outside audience can't hear. I think the speaker's disconnected. What's going on inside? Oh, we're good?
Well, that's because my microphone wasn't on. All right, look at this zoom. Look at this
Alright.
decolletage. Apparently, we need to zoom out. Ruby, zoom out.
So the front lens, front one.
Oh, no,
Turn
on
it.
the top. There's a toggle switch.
Mm.
It's like a big teeter-totter. I'll just go like this for the moment. Okay. Yeah, zoom out. Okay, hold on.
Just
Hold on.
turn it.
No, don't turn. Watch this. This is the zoom out here. Zoom. Zoom and zoom. Ah, all right. Everybody, for their sake, say ah.
Ah.
And then say, no, we don't have to say anything else. All right, demo time. Back to Angie and demo time. Set up for the demo time. Zoom in on her. And then you've also got, let's do now, let her share the screen. So Ruby, stop sharing on mine. And Angie, start sharing.
Okay. We have so much going on. Okay.
Okay, so let's talk social copy. Give us an event that you want to promote.
What event do you guys want to promote today?
Anybody have a club event or something? Yeah. Boxing. A what?
Oh, are you?
A party.
A
A boxing party? No. What kind of party? A fashion party. Is it for UCF Fits? Yeah. There are one of our newest affiliate clubs. If you're in a club, you can become affiliated with the center and get use and stuff. So we're doing a fashion party. All right.
Fashion.
So please make me social copy for a fashion party. When is it? February 2nd. Where is it? At Phi Psi.
Oh, we'll change that.
Oh, instead of a frat.
Oh, we're going to a frat party. All right. I didn't think that was cool anymore, but that's cool. A frat house party on February 2nd. And it's fashion based. Do you want to add anything else? Because it can just do this. Do you want any other little particulars? Anybody want to add to this? What do you want to see at the fashion show? French fries at the fashion show. What else? An anteater? Okay, and an anteater. Actually, Peter, and wigs. Yes, we need to have wigs. This is good fashion stuff. Yes? Red carpet treatment. Good. Say that again? Stripes? All right, with a stripes theme. Gold accents. Good. All right. Angie, do you feel like you have enough?
I feel like I have more than enough.
Okay, so she's asking what? She's asking, please make social copy.
With and the fashion theme is gold stripes.
Sure.
Okay.
Now, before you hit enter, I just want to share a couple disclaimers. Is that one really cool trick is to say you are a social media guru and you work at the FITS organization at UCI. Go do research on this website for FITS to learn about the club. We're having a specific thing on this with all this information. I want you to write for Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, so you can get more specific and you can actually tell it to take on a role. You're a journalist. You're a researcher. Okay? You create that identity and it knows what to go for. So let's hit go on this. Insta, LinkedIn, and X. All right. Sure, I can help create the social media copy for the Fashion Party event. Here's a tailored message for each platform. Fashion Night Extravaganza at UCI. Join us at Frat House Name on February 2nd for a night where fashion meets fun. Our theme is gold stripes, so dress to impress with your most stylish striped attire. Walk on the red carpet and pose for photos with our very own Peter the Anteater, rocking a fabulous wig. Don't miss out on the biggest fashion party of the year, hashtag UCI Fits. It's good, right? Do I like it? And it's going. Now it's got Twitter. And feel free to adjust the Frat House name with the actual venue. Now, are you going to use this just exactly as it and move it over? No, because it says ChatGPT can make mistakes. Check information. Make sure it says February 2nd and not February 3rd. It doesn't change a Wednesday into a Thursday, right? Because it's guessing really fast. Also, this is a baseline. Is that kind of on brand? Would you guys say that? Or is there anything that's a little off?
Say we are going for more events.
Okay, so say that again and then just type in, we're going for more of a Renaissance theme.
Mm-hmm. And we are FITS UCI.
Okay, let's
So-
just leave it at that and see. FITS UCI. All one word or do it space. Go back and then do UCI. And then do this and say, use your web browsing to research us.
Mhm.
Okay? And then use your web browsing. Give it up for Angie. She's typing under pressure. This is not easy.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, a little golf, good.
Okay.
Okay, hit it. So it should go and should search Bing. So it's going to Bing and it's doing research on what it can find about UCI Fits. Here's what we, so it's discovering. So it'll do that same little compass. They'll take that specifically and build it into the social copy that you had. Based on UCI Fits, it's known as the Organization of Fashion Collective. Blah, blah. This information helps in creating a more targeted, relevant social. Join us for a night of elegance and artistry at the Frat House. That sounds good.
Sure.
With this, look, it even came up with Renaissance hashtag and stuff. So do you see how, because every year the VP of communication changes in your club, or if you run a department, you have a new student worker and there's this whole institutional knowledge gap. But if you can empower your club position to learn this role, all you're doing is talking with it. This is the natural language part. You're like, if you imagine that it was a face of some sort and you're talking to it, okay? Now, I want to just share one quick thing here on the app. When you have the app and you open it, see here, I'm going to start a new thread. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this little speaker here, like a little headphone. I'm here in front of a group of people who are new to ChatGPT. Could you describe how you can help them with social media in 3 or 4 sentences?
When you're on.
Engaging content for your social media, like crafting compelling posts or generating creative ideas. I can also assist in researching trends and hashtags to increase your online visibility. Plus, I'm here for advice on best practices for different social platforms, ensuring your content resonates with your audience. Whether you're a beginner or a pro, I can provide support tailored to your social media goals.
Well, that's interesting because I've heard that how the time of day you post on Instagram matters. So can you tell me the best time to post so people actually see my content?
Absolutely. The best time to post on Instagram can vary based on your audience, but generally, weekdays in the late morning and mid-afternoon tend to work well. Think about times when people are likely taking a
Thank you. I like to be nice. Let's see what she says.
You're welcome.
And you know what? I actually heard her cough one time.
Mm-hmm.
And I stopped and I said, did you just cough? I said, you're an AI model. You can't cough. Are you doing that to seem more human? And she's like, yes, we're actually programmed to do that. We want to relate more to you so you feel more comfortable. Okay? So do we like this? We understand this? This works pretty well, right? Now, we're going to do a quick demo on the next, which is just instead of doing the transition change, because we're running short on time, we can use the same thread for content calendars.
Yep.
So let's say that this event is in a month. So say this event is now on March 2nd. Tell me a social media scheduling content calendar to promote.
To promote this leading up to the event.
Yeah, it'll know it. Just hit enter. It knows what you're doing. It's smart. It guessed those few words probably even for you. All right. Week 1, announcement. February announcement. February 3rd, share fun fact. Week 2, engagement phase. This is kind of fun. Now, maybe you don't want to be as aggressive and follow the whole thing, but it might give you inspiration. And at least if you're working with a student, you can say, now these are the different topics. Now watch, you can hit stop just because we're short on time and say, will you build out the posts for week 1? And let's see what it does. Okay, hit enter.
Yeah.
Watch this, it's gonna certainly, here's detailed week 1. All right, platforms, and it is just doing this. All right, hit stop and then say, can you create an image? You want an image for this for Instagram? Well, 1 by 1? Okay, say, will you create an image for this in 1 by 1 ratio?
One image for this event.
Cool. You could even probably eliminate for this event because it's smart. It knows this, right? Again, think of it as you're talking to somebody. All right. It is creating the image.
And you can imagine this is a lot quicker than going in, creating all your own social copy, going in, creating an image in Canva, doing all these things. This frees you up to be more creative with your actual goals of the event.
Put
to
the human in it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Put the stuff that you're like having fun with. Yes. Yeah, anything having to do with a brand that is trademarked like UCI, you have to work with strategic communications to make sure things that you're printing or selling are representing the brand correctly. And it always has that little registered trademark, which shows a protection of it. Yes, and you know what? OpenAI is basically saying, have fun, have free with this. If anybody sues you, they're suing us too. And there's actually a lot of lawsuits that are going on right now. It's all trying to be figured out. Now, there was a question in the chat about using this for UCI Giving Day, and you're not trying to pretend that this is UCI Brand Giving Day. You're coming up with images that helps to support, and though that's not an anteater, by the way, you have a certain amount of creativeness to use this technology to come up with things that are fun and resonate with your audience. You're not trying to pass this off as the official UCI brand. You're using these tools to help mesh and metal them together. Yes. It's you don't always, it's best practice too, right? And sometimes you can kind of tell, but the thing is you're not trying to like trick people,
Yeah.
right? You're not trying to do fake information, and we're coming through this in an authentic way. Okay, good questions. We'll keep going. So let's go back. Give Angie a round of applause. That was great. Let's go back to sharing my screen, and we're going to do a sprint to the end here. Say cheese, Angie. All right, go back to, let's go click. All right, content calendar. That's what we just talked about. All right, so we showed an example. Let's go another click. Live demo. Go back in time. Remember, okay, we're there. Click. Dancing is scary. Dancing, you need mentorship. And dancing, you actually need. Okay, let's click through and see. This is me and my chat phone. Take everything with a grain of salt. And these are good questions. Next slide. Considerations. Make sure your content is being inclusive. Watch out for biases. Make sure it's accurate. Make sure that you're being authentic with it. And there's a number of other concerns that we'll are going to come up and we should talk about, but keep that in mind. Look, we're talking about Dancy, we're talking about AI. I think you see those similarities. Let's go next. Teamwork. This is what I'm really excited to talk about. Click. How do you find people to help you out with this? Click. Micro interns. How many students here are interested in getting paid to try this stuff out in partnership with somebody? Okay, nice. Click. Giving Day case study. Last year, we hired 30 micro interns to match with partners on campus. Click, please. During that Giving Day, we had a 41% in funds raised, 15% increase in gifts, with over $2 million in the door, a record of 42 states contributing, 123% social media content increase. And there were stories of micro interns from the All U that actually got hired on after with the All U. And then CHC, that micro intern started working with CHC. And our very own Angie started as a micro intern with social media not on her mind. She was just broke trying to find a dime. And she got in, she did such a great job. She was noticed and we ended up hiring her. So these can lead to real relationships and giving you the experience while you're getting paid. Next slide. So Angie's story, can you do this as a table topic in 1 minute because we're running short on time?
So I started with PCI micro intern for the Veteran Services Center. I loved it. I was passionate. Little did I know that my job here at the Entrepreneur Center would be a result of it. So if you have any questions about social media marketing and getting this internship, come meet.
She is just such a pro, such a pro. Before micro internship, she didn't know. Okay. And we created training videos. So we are taking the responsibility of training on these tools centralized, which helps with that burden as well. Click. You can't see this, we'll give you access to it, but Angie and I have broken down starting from winter break week 4 all the way through Giving Day, a specific set of duties and trainings. Click, and it looks like this. 1 hour at a social media lunch, because you're going to watch this or you're here. Congratulations, you're one there. You're going to watch the training videos, so we will pay you to train. Then there's another social media lunch, creating content. We're giving you 5 to 10 hours for that. In person, you meet with your people. You're going to have on Giving Day, before Giving Day, and after days responsibilities. 25 hours, you get $350. Pretty cool, right? You get to earn while you learn. Next. This is an interaction between a student and an adult. There's all kinds of magic happening. Just imagine. Next. So who wants to dance? Click. With micro interns. If you are somebody who wants to hire a micro intern, raise your hand. Are you guys thinking? Would you like to raise your hand just so they see that there's hope? Okay, look, there's one person tied. Two people hired. All right, next slide, please. Who wants to dance with AI? Who's interested now? Not you? Not you? Not you? Okay, for Steph. Don't look at her though. Dancing with AI, doing the final roll. All right, she got it. Click. Who wants to dance with Giving Day? The sponsor, he wants to know. All right, click. We're almost done. Here's the next steps. If you are staff, you can scan this QR code and fill out an interest form. Last year, we had 30 micro interns. My goal this year is to get 50. You can pay with KFS. We'll handle all the accounting. $350 to the student. That means $375 to your office. And James is picking up 7 hours of the training so that it's at an affordable rate. Give him a round of applause for that. All right. Ruby, hit camera 2 real quick, just so that people on Zoom have no choice but to see this huge big thing that's in front of them. Okay? No, students, put your phones down, students. Put your phones down. This is not your step. Next step, click. Next step for students. Scan this. This is how you register on our micro internship platform. We have 1,800 students who have already done it. We've been at this for a year and 3 months. We've moved over $50,000 to students. We don't make any money. The law firm makes 10%, but they're doing a really cool service because they act as the employer of record for a student and for the university. So the university is not hiring them as an employee. You're paying with a consultant fee to a law firm who is the employer of record for your student. It's a very magical thing. And we have the open purchase orders, and we're working to funnel all of your KFSs through one channel to make it easy. But for students, you make $350. All right, so scan that. We got it. Click next. Questions? Angie, come up here so people can see you. Is your microphone on? Well, let me give you a microphone. Where'd the microphone go? Right there.
Hello?
So-
Hello? I wasn't necessarily passionate about the subject. I didn't even know. So if you're on the fence, I would still recommend you to apply because the doors that this opened up for me was insane. Even if you don't want to do social media, you're probably going to meet somebody who you're going to end up wanting to interact with or work with in the future. So think of this as a stepping stone if you're not into social media, and think of this as work experience if you are.
Or an invitation to the dance floor.
Yes.
All right, give her a round of applause. Thank you. Next slide. Now go meet your future micro interns. We have a cool space outside. It's nice. We also have Wellness Wednesdays that's starting right now. So if you want to hang out, but there are connections in this room and we want students to get excited about supporting programs that they're passionate about. Click, I don't know if I have a slide after this. I do. Selfishly follow the Entrepreneur Center because we just hit 3,000 followers because what we're doing is working because we're not having to work so hard because we're using and dancing with AI. So ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for you on the dance floor and please entertain me. Move a little bit, get a little dance, do a little something stupid, a little clap dance, a little clap dance. I see you on Zoom. I see you dancing. All right, give us a follow. We're on our way to lots more followers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is done. Wellness Wednesday starts 5 minutes. There's no more food, but thank you for coming. Watch, we're going to be dropping the micro internship soon. And finally, a thanks to our sponsors, Giving Day. Let's help UCI get some more money in the bank. All right. Goodbye, everybody on Zoom. You can shut it down.